This week in Women in Sports, finding home in Minnesota, why a WNBA veteran who never played for the Lynx chose to settle right here. Plus, once again, Minnesota proved that dance runs in their veins. We unpack the big moments at UDA Nationals and hear from some talented seniors soaking in a historic moment. And later, we went to Marshall to find the secret sauce, how the volleyball team won a state title and the girls basketball team is hoping to follow their success. Thanks for joining us. I'm Marielle Mohs, and here at WCCO, we are celebrating the highlights of female athletes in this digital segment called Women in Sports. We'll share news stories with you every week right here as we do our part to give these athletes the recognition they deserve. Well, we are now just days away from the Winter Olympic Games, and we know that one Minnesotan will be represented in the downhill skiing race. Lindsay Vonn qualified for these games, and it'll be her last downhill run. The 41-year-old is retiring from this level of competition after the games are over. But she tells us she feels incredibly strong right now, perhaps the strongest of her career. And she doesn't take this opportunity for granted.
It's a privilege to represent your country, and the Olympics are the largest stage in the world, the largest sporting event in the world. To walk out into the opening ceremonies with your fellow teammates is such an honor, and I always feel incredibly lucky that I'm even able to compete at that level. So I definitely don't take it for granted, and I'm going to enjoy my last Olympics as much as I possibly can.
The games start on February 6th. This will be the first time ever that athletes will compete across two host cities, Milan and Cortina d'Ampezzo. We also know that Team USA will feature a Minnesota speed skater. We first introduced you to Greta Myers of Lino Lakes this summer as she entered her most pivotal season. Ren Clayton has the details on this exciting update.
Greta Myers, hailing from Lino Lakes, learning to speed skate at the Roseville Oval, has achieved a lifelong dream.
I don't know, I'm more of a quiet and shy person, so it feels crazy that there's just so many people out there that actually watched and know what I did.
At the recent Olympic trials, a faulty exchange led to Myers' disqualification in the 1500, but she was granted a reskate with an Olympic berth on the line.
I felt great skating. I didn't even feel that tired, honestly, which is shocking. I think there's just a lot of adrenaline in my body from just like all the excitement and a little bit of nerves.
She got it done, somehow beating her previous time on the second try. The 21-year-old is heading to her debut Olympics.
She smashes that time!
It was honestly exhilarating. I'd done something that I'd never accomplished before. It's always been a childhood dream of mine to be an Olympian. I grew up like idolizing Michael Phelps and Simone Biles and watching just like the greats stand on the podium.
The trials were in Milwaukee, so Myers got a brief visit home to Minnesota to celebrate her ticket to Milan Cortina.
My soul really needed it. I haven't been home since May, so it's been quite some time. I was really sad. I had to miss out on my family Christmas because I had to be in Utah training and preparing for Olympic trials and the Olympic Games.
Frequent sacrifice, true for all Olympians, many in the Winter Games from Minnesota.
I think it just shows the true Minnesotan spirit to just be the best winter sports state that there is.
Ren Clayton, WCCO Sports.
We also know that team rosters are now finalized for USA, and it's official, the state of hockey will be well represented. There are 6 men and 8 women with ties to Minnesota on the Olympic hockey teams. That includes 4-time Olympians Kendall Coyne-Schofield and Lee Steckline from the Frost, plus Golden Gophers Abby Murphy, Taylor Heisey, Kelly Panic, and Grace Zumwinkle. Both the U.S. men's and women's teams won gold at the World Championships in 2025. Well, another professional hockey player thought they were ready for retirement, but instead stepped into a new role on the ice to grow the next generation of Minnesota players. See how this 2-time champ is giving back to the game. The Rogers girls hockey team feels re-energized by a new addition to their coaching staff this season.
Nice job!
Brittyn Fleming is the newest assistant coach for the Royals, and she comes with quite the resume. 5 seasons playing for the Minnesota State University Mavericks as their lead scorer. And she was on the repeat Walter Cup championship roster with the Minnesota Frost for their first 2 seasons. Finding so much success in college and the pros, she was ready for a change.
I just did a lot of reflecting, and I knew that I wanted to give back to the sport that gave me so much.
New to this role on the ice,
Once you pass it up, she's back checking you.
Brittyn hopes to model her coaching style after her dad.
He was just an incredible coach, and I strive to be the coach that he was. He cared so much about his players, not only on the ice but off the ice, and I really respect that. I just hope to do that with these girls.
These high school players really admire who they're learning from.
Whatever's quickest to the net.
She's super cool, and it's been so fun getting to know her. She's so nice and a great role model for our team.
Junior defender Alyssa Nuremberg says Coach Fleming has helped her love the game more.
Her at the rink, her presence has made such a big impact on us already.
Brittyn hopes she can bring more success to this young program.
They're really eager to learn, and they respect my past and my career, and I love that. Well, the Rogers girls hockey team is only 15 years old. They say their goal this season is to win their first game in sections. Good luck to them. Well, we now want to take a moment to honor the people behind these great hockey players. You'll find them in the stands of every rink and often cheering the loudest. Our Heather Brown, a hockey mom herself, caught up with the 2026 Hockey Mom of the Year.
You didn't grow up playing hockey.
No.
It's all new to you.
Yep. It's been a learning curve.
We know most any parent
We joke about the early mornings,
would do most anything for their kids.
late nights, and the stinky gear, and, shoving all the kids into one car.
It's just hockey moms do it.
Sorry, I get kind of into it at the boards down there.
I see.
I get it.
Wrapped in layers of fleece.
Oh, nice shot.
I brought my blanket too.
Yeah, it's a necessity.
Jacqueline Nowakowski, mom to 5-year-old Jake, 8-year-old Owen, and 11-year-old Centennial Pee Wee Leo, was one of 5 Hockey Mom finalists to be recognized last month.
Hockey Mom All-Star of the Year is Jacqueline Nowakowski!
I'm happy to represent all hockey moms, and we're all doing it together. We're all just in one big community.
A community she had no idea she'd need as much as she does.
I felt a lump in my left breast in about April.
Jacqueline was diagnosed in June.
It was the last week of school, and it was, this is cancer. And at the time, it was really scary.
She underwent 12 weeks of chemo and had a mastectomy in October. Right away, there were meals, gift cards, carpool offers, pink t-shirts for the boys, pink hockey tape for their sticks. Even moms who coached opposing teams chipped in.
You think about their family, their kids, they're just how their lives are going to change, and whatever you can do to help.
And while all that stuff really mattered,
I can't express how thankful I am and to this community, just hockey in general.
It was the quiet words to Leo that mattered the most.
His peers would ask him, how are you? How are things? How's your mom? Just for people to ask that, meant a lot. And that's what hockey has brought us, is a sense of normalcy.
Yeah, I do. Something that shines through in this team of 10 and 11-year-olds whose friend is now regularly being interviewed on the news.
She's been through a lot, and I feel like she is really supportive, and I feel like she just deserved it.
It's amazing. This experience is awesome. He'll look back, and he's old enough to understand what happened this summer, what we've been through as a family, but he'll also remember the good times. I'm thankful for that. So to be here means everything. I wouldn't be anywhere else.
In Circle Pines.
I mean, that's the definition of a true hockey mom.
Heather Brown, WCCO 4 News.
Great story. Well, it's quite a year when you win a state title in any sport. Now a core group in Marshall is trying to do it in 2 sports. And what makes it even more unique, it's the same coach for both volleyball and basketball. Mike Max shows us how they plan to make it happen.
They came to St. Paul, the Marshall Tigers, and they did what they set out to do. Won another state title. It's the Marshall way. Success that leads to another state championship.
What did the state volleyball championship mean?
Yeah, that felt really good for us. Really exciting. 1, 2, 3, together!
There's a certain someone who has been in the middle of much of it. Dan Westby started coaching in Renville 38 years ago with no intention of starting in volleyball.
Initially, I wanted to coach football and got started coaching volleyball, which, again, I'm not saying I went into it kicking and screaming, but I didn't really want to do that. I wanted to coach football and got into it and just fell in love with it. Catch and rip.
It didn't end there. He started coaching girls basketball.
1, 2, 3 team.
And you guessed it, success followed.
I love Mr. Recipe. I have so much respect for him, and I probably wouldn't be half of the player I am today without him.
How come?
He's coached me since I've been really little, and his coaching style and always making sure we're getting better every day.
You got to practice blocking out hard.
What has made Marshall rare is that there have been so many girls that have played both sports in an era where so many specialize in one or the other.
It's hard. It's a tough sell because you've got scholarship dollars out there and kids are looking for those sort of things. And I think the thing that's helped us so much over the years, number one, we've had success in both sports, and I think anytime you're winning, it's an easier sell. Another opportunity for you to stay competitive in the wintertime. That's what's helped us keep kids in both sports.
Most important, the girls have embraced it and made it part of the culture.
What's it like to play two sports and have successful programs in two sports?
I mean, I love it. I love getting to come into this gym every day and competing with a high level with some of my best friends every day.
Together basically all year, the definition of why they succeed is...
You got to see how much work we're doing and see what we're doing.
Then you can have expectations,
yes.
right?
And you need to have expectations, or else what are you?
Last year, they lost to Benilde St. Margaret's in the state basketball championship game.
Marshall wins the title.
Then they beat Benilde for the volleyball crown in November.
Let's go, let's get in it.
And now they are knocking on the door of what they hope is twin titles.
I mean, it'd be pretty awesome since we haven't gotten that in a long time, and to get it in both sports would be pretty cool.
With a coach who now seems he was destined for his almost 4-decade journey.
Being a high school coach and a high school teacher, you're not going to get rich, but you're also not going to starve. And I just really enjoy what I'm doing. Hedge!
And a coach who knows what it would mean to win gold.
Let's go.
In both sports.
That's the ultimate goal. In the end, you're just happy for the kids. They get that opportunity to experience that.
As a coach, you're not going to get rich, but you're not going to starve. Well said. Now to some sad news for pro Napheesa Collier, who will officially miss her unrivaled offseason and part of the beginning of the Lynx season. She recently announced she underwent surgery on both ankles, meaning she will not play in the league she helped start, the unrivaled 3-on-3 league. And the early prognosis is she could miss 4 to 6 months, which would include the start of the WNBA season. Best of luck in recovery to her. Well, another WNBA player calls Minnesota home, though she's never played for the Lynx. See how some unexpected setbacks brought her to the place she fell in love with.
And Hartley.
If you're a fan of the W, you know the name Bria Hartley. She's been playing in the league since 2014 and is currently a shooting guard with the Connecticut Sun. Her legacy goes back even further as a 2-time champion for the Yukon Huskies. But when she's not on a court across the country, you can find her here.
Here we go.
At TCO Training House in Eagan, the New York native has embraced Minnesota as her off-season home, where she's raising her 8-year-old son, Bryson. Her professional career rerouted her to Minnesota when she tore her ACL in 2020, when hospital space was limited, and she found an opening for surgery at TCO. She stayed in Minnesota and rehabbed at Training House with physical therapist Brady Soley, enough to get her back in the game. Then 2 years later, Hartley tore her other ACL while playing against the Lynx at Target Center. She knew where to go for help right away.
I just kind of really trust them here at Training House. I built relationships with my surgeon, all my different PTs here, and I really love this facility, so coming back here is just kind of a no-brainer for me.
Today, she continues to train here to maintain her health as a 33-year-old veteran player, working with experts who are teaching her the right way to work out.
Look for that basket, press out, hold, find your core.
Which includes Pilates from Denise Stranger.
I don't know if I've necessarily had the education about how to lift properly and do certain things until I had my injuries. So now you realize how much that really matters.
Being here during her darkest days as an athlete has made Minnesota more meaningful, turning her son into a Vikings fan and working as an assistant coach for the Benilde St. Margaret's girls basketball team.
I've always been really big on trying to give back, especially to young girls, just kind of be a mentor and help those kids with their mentality who want to play Division I basketball who want to play professionally.
She hopes she can be an example of rebounding through recovery.
There could be moments that are low and very difficult, but I think if you kind of stay your course and stay committed, you can come out on the other side.
Well, Minnesota history was made in Florida recently. We watched on as several college dance teams battled to defend their championship titles. One team had to crawl back from some tough scores and even a fall on stage. But don't worry, this story has a fairy tale ending. Gophers hold a high standard of success. Going into Palm Finals on Sunday, they met the moment with a high-powered routine. But suddenly, a slip put a championship in danger. U of M head coach Amanda Gaines guided the team through the uncertainty.
What we really measure ourselves on is how we react and respond in those moments, and I was so proud of the team for that. But, you know, when you don't have that type of performance, you don't know where the scores are going to land.
Time for awards and a major surprise. Their 24th national championship, earning them first in Palm for the 4th season in a row. A moment that means so much to these seniors.
It's been a journey, for sure.
There's like nothing else that we could have done, and I'm just so proud of all of us.
We gave our absolute all to everything we did this weekend.
The packed house in Orlando gave the love right back to the Gophers.
It's unreal knowing that we have so much support behind us, and just like you can never remake that experience. It's truly just unreal.
Even the Gopher parents never lost the faith.
I brought this along just in case they win the 24th national championship.
And the maroon and gold were not done. They also clinched another medal, taking home 3rd in D1A Jazz.
We just continue to be Minnesota.
In Orlando.
Go Gophers!
Well, some other impressive Minnesota mentions at the competition. For the 3rd year in a row, Minnesota State Mankato took first in Jazz and Palm. The Duluth Bulldogs came in right behind them, taking 2nd in Jazz and Palm. St. Thomas took 5th in their division in Jazz and Hip Hop. St. Cloud State took 5th in Palm. And the College of St. Benedict's finished 9th in Jazz. Congrats to all the dancers. Thank you so much for watching this week's Women in Sports. I'm Marielle Mohs, and we'll be back with more great stories next week.